everybody, today we are going to be opening up this month's IPSY. Finally, I'm so glad this finally got here. I really honestly thought it was lost in the mail because I was like checking like the shipping, the tracking updates and things like that, and there were none. It was like your label was created like 15 days ago or something, and then there is absolutely no information besides that. So I was like, yeah, it's not coming. I'm not getting it. But I went to the mail today and here it is. So this is January's bag. I'm very excited to get in here and see what we got. This month's theme is Metropolis, and I heard the bag was based on the skyscrapers, which is interesting to me. And this is what it looks like. The skyscraper motif I'm not fully getting, but that might just be me not being like artistically advanced enough or something. But it's very like shiny, so that's skyscrapery, and maybe like the holes could be like windows, like a lot of windows in a skyscraper, and yeah, I don't know. So the outside portion is like this blue-gray overlay, and the inside portion is like a silver shiny bag, and it's very almost flimsy feeling. I thought it would feel a little bit more secure, but it is kind of flimsy. But the bag is not what we're here for, so let's go ahead and get inside and see what we got. Okay, so the first thing in here is a Ciate London Gelology top coat. I almost said geology top coat. That would have made absolutely no sense. But this looks to be like a full size maybe? Ooh, it's really pretty actually. It's very, very shiny. I like that a lot. I've never actually used a Ciate London nail polish before, so I'm excited to try out this top coat. Listen guys, about my nails, I know my last IPSY unbagging, they were a disaster. And I really did try to like keep them nice for you guys, but I got some chips in these and I'm really sorry about it. So I'm gonna keep my fingers like to myself so no one can see the chips in my nails. This hand's holding in there actually, but this hand is a little bit, yeah. All right, digging back in, let's pull out this kind of square feeling thing. All right, this is from Naked Cosmetics, and this is a something. It doesn't say what it is, but it is in the shade Desert Sunset. From the looks of it, I'm guessing it is some type of loose pigment, and I think I am correct about that. You guys know my track record of showing you loose pigment, so I'm just going to keep this down here, and I'll show you a little swatch on my finger and hand. So here it is just on my finger, and then if we swatch it on the back of the hand, that's what it looks like. Ooh, it's very pretty. I actually really like this color. It's just kind of like a very pale, muted pink, almost like a ballerina pink, but with a little bit more taupe undertones. So that is very pretty. I'm excited to use it. All right, let's reach back in and we'll go for this little guy. Okay, so this is from The Balm. I've had a little sample at my IPSY before from them, and this is Bahama Mama Bronzer. So we just have a little bronzer here in this little tiny pan. Let's do a little swatch on my skin to see if it'll match. Alright, it might be a little bit on the orange side for me. I'm very pale, but maybe during the summer I could try to work with this. I'll definitely test this guy out. It's not like crazy pigmented, so maybe it will work for my skin, even though it is a little bit too orange for me since I am so freaking pale, but I will definitely try it out. Okay, reaching back in, let's pull this out. Oh, it has a unicorn on it. I feel like unicorns are taking over right now. You see unicorn everything. This is a Pacifica Blushious Coconut and Rose infused cheek color, and it is supposed to be universally flattering. Okay. I do actually like the packaging on this. There's like little like gold flowers, gold and pink flowers around, and you have that pretty little unicorn. This is supposed to be in the shade Wild Rose, and it is also 100% vegan and cruelty free, so that's very nice. Right, here's the packaging. A little bit lackluster once you take it out of the initial packaging. I was kind of hoping that pretty like pink and gold flowers be all the way around it, but it is kind of just a very thin sounding and feeling plastic container, and it's got a little swoosh swirl in the blush here. So let's go ahead and just get a little swatch on the finger. It does have a sheen to it. All right, here is the blush here. It is a very pretty color. However, to me it has almost a little bit too much of a sheen. I typically wear more matte blushes, and this one, I'm not sure if it's reading on camera, but it does have quite a bit of like luminosity to it. Some people that might be fantastic, or especially if you're going for a more like natural glowy makeup look, but I like more of a matte blush, so I'll see how this works out. I'll definitely test it out though. Okay, we have one last thing in here, so let's pull this out, and this is a Jelly Pong Pong lip scrub. Okay, with coffee and coconut. That sounds really good actually. If I had $1 for every time my grandmother or dad yelled at me for opening something with my teeth, I would be a billionaire. We have a safety seal on it, which is nice. Another $1. It smells pretty good. It has a pretty nice consistency. I'm just going to rub some on the back of my hand. Ooh, it does feel very scrubby. Sometimes you get lip scrubs and they're not very scrubby, but this one seems fairly scrubby. I like it. I like it. Seems like it'd be very moisturizing, probably because that coconut in there. it kind of tastes like coffee ice cream. Like, I don't suggest you eat it, but it kind of tastes like coffee ice cream. Very, very tasty. Very, very oily. That's kind of off-putting, but the rest of it tastes pretty good. Alright guys, my bag is empty, and that means that that is everything for this month's IPSY. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this month. I'm excited about a couple of things. I probably need this lip scrub. My lips have been terrible recently, so that's pretty exciting. And then I've never tried Naked Cosmetics, but this seems like a really pretty color, so I'm excited to use that. This I'm not too excited about because I don't really wear like very luminous blushes. I'm not quite sure how much use I'll be getting out of this Bahama Mama little bronzer here. And then this, if anything, it just looks pretty, so that's nice. But I do need a top coat to try to maybe seal in some of my terrible nail polish. Alright guys, that's everything I got. Let me know what you guys got down below or how you felt about your bags this month. I would really like to know. Other than that, I just hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. It would really, really mean the world to me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!